Now joining me this morning is none other with a man that will definitely have a smile on his face this morning. Ray Parlour. Ray, how you doing,
How
mate?
you doing, Ali? You okay?
Very well, pal. You in good form?
Yeah, really well, Ali, this morning.
Did you end up go yesterday, mate?
I didn't go in the end. No, my boy come round, Frankie, and we just watched it indoors. A few of my pals come round, but yeah, it was another good win for Arsenal's point of view.
Great win, wasn't it?
Look,
Great 3 points.
It doesn't matter how you win games of football. That's the most important thing. Just getting the 3 points on the ball, especially with Man City winning the weekend as well. So. It's hotting up, Ali. It's probably going to go to the wire, I should imagine.
It is. It looks as though it's going to go the full way, mate. But I don't believe they're asking questions about set plays. I don't understand it, mate. If they're brilliant at the set plays, so be it. Great. You would use it, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, going back in the old days, Ali, when Jules Graham was manager, we worked so hard on set plays. It was always Steve Bold, front post, little flick on, Tony Adams go around the back.
Correct.
And we would win so many games 1-0 and then just defend really well. So, look, it's come back in. You've seen the long throw come back in as well this season.
Mate.
So, look, whatever it takes to score a goal, you've got to take advantage of it.
Just a quick theory before we go on to the rest of the action of the weekend, mate. See, with City playing it up at Leeds on the Saturday, would you rather have the advantage of playing first? I mean, in general, you know. I mean, obviously, with the two of them going for the title, if you had an opportunity to play before your rivals, would that be a wee bonus for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you can make sure you get the job done when you play first, the pressure does build up a little bit more on the other team if you're playing another day. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be like that all season now, Ali. Who's going to play first, and you know all that sort of stuff. But it's just about you got to worry about yourselves as well. I mean, you of course. You look at the results after you've played and you're hoping that other teams can do you a favour. But certainly just worry about yourselves. Make sure you go out every single game. Give it everything you've got because it is cup finals. Every single game is a cup final now for both sides. And, you know, it's a situation now. They've just got to keep picking up points and just hoping other teams can do you a favour as well.
Yeah, of course, that was including Arsenal's victory over Chelsea. Now, all 3 goals came from corners yesterday, which we mentioned. And after the match, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta spoke about the number of set pieces.
That is the reality of football. Look at the quality that was on that pitch. Immense. But the set pieces are still... were the ones that made the difference. And they are so good at that. We are very good at that as well. And every team, it is. And you need to dominate every aspect if you want to win and be better than them. And today, the margin was there.
Ray, what did you think of Chelsea?
I thought they was very good. I thought they went there. They probably could have got a point in the end. A little bit unlucky. I mean, sending off the disciplinary is not great at Chelsea. As another, I thought they. You asked me the question on Friday, was it last week, Ali, wasn't it? And then about can they get the record of red cards? I said no, I don't think they will do. But they've just got another one at the weekend. So it's amazing, really. But I thought Chelsea had a real go. I thought Raya was superb again in goal.
He had a couple of tremendous saves.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the reactions of the goalkeeper was absolutely unbelievable. One of them when he was going backwards and split second, he had to really throw his arm at it and. You know, he's been a brilliant signing, he really has. Reece James has put some great balls in, though, to be fair to him.
Brilliant, mate. But see, when you look back, a lot of people, myself included, by the way, were raising their eyebrows, you know, because Ramsdale was in goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I tell you what, he's been proved as it's been a great decision, eh?
I think the Brentford goalkeeper coach went to Arsenal, Ali, and that's how it come around, really. And he said, look, you've got to sign Raya. You really have. I work with him every day. He's really good with his feet as well, as much as goalkeepers have got to be good with their feet now. Yeah. It's a different sort of game than when I was playing with David Seaman and all goalkeepers like that. And he made that big move, took him on loan, and in the end, I thought it was a little bit unfair as well with Ramsdale because I didn't think he'd done a lot wrong.
I know.
But it looks like it's been a great decision because as much as Ramsdale is a top goalkeeper, he's took it to the next step. He's amazing. I mean, he had that mistake against Wolves last week. It doesn't really affect him though, and when you're Brentford, I'm not being disrespectful to Brentford, but when you're Brentford, you can lose 2 or 3 games in hand. You can have a little bit of a wobble in goal, and you get away with it. But Arsenal, you can't. He's such an, that every single point and every single save he makes is so important. And he's really stepped up and he made some unbelievable saves. And Sanchez, look, he's not had a bad season at Chelsea, but he seems to always make mistakes against Arsenal. I mean, you can look back at the League Cup. not so long ago, and he made a few mistakes. So and the second goal, he was nowhere near it, was he? I don't know what he was trying to. He was trying to say VAR. Just come on, can we go to VAR? No one touched him. I mean,
a good save late on, second half from Eze, but you're right. Second one, he was left wanting.
And I'm looking at this England. Reece James, he should be in the squad. Who's going to take the set plays? Because you got Declan Rice. He whips him in from that right hand side. Saka takes him on from the left. And Reece put some fantastic balls in, I must admit.
Nice problem to have, mate. Some quality there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some quality there. As we mentioned there, Ray, Chelsea, on the other hand, 9th different player of the season shown a red card. That's unbelievable. 9 different players. And in the final word, former Premier League manager Alan Pardew said Chelsea, well, they've got to do something about it, quite frankly.
Well, you've got, you certainly got to have some sort of kind of meeting about it and start putting in some sort of disciplinary procedures, because, you can't have that going on. I mean, they do obviously lack a little bit of experience in terms of around the squad, but that's no excuse. They have players who have played the game for a long time now. Reece James being, an experienced player now, and he should be the one that's leading that with the manager to sort of, okay, we've got to curb it. There's no doubt about it that they overreact.
Tell you what, Ray, here's one for you. I didn't have a problem at all with the red cards. I thought it was a stupid challenge,
Yeah, it was, especially when you're on the yellow.
Would you not let him go, though? Would you not let the player go? Am I wrong? Did he not get back on his feet and it looked as though he was on a good break?
I think there was a couple of occasions, Ali, yesterday where they could have let it go when they brought it back. And you think, well, it's 3v2. And you've stopped the game and come back.
Advantage here. That was my point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a couple of occasions I thought yesterday, which the referee, look, don't get me wrong, you can still go back and book the player, but let the game flow. There was quite a few controversial decisions over the weekend, wasn't there? As usual. I mean, that's what we get with VAR, and the problem is the inconsistency. That's what people really get upset about, because. 1 week you're getting a foul for pushing in the back or whatever. Then the following week, it goes against you. I'm going by the Spurs game. He was a little bit unlucky with a goal. I mean, Fulham were very good, by the way.
Well, they just watched a bit.
Really good second half. They really battered Spurs, if I'm being honest. But you could argue that he did get pushed in the back, Jimenez, from the first goal. Gabriel got it last week against Tottenham, and this week they didn't get it. So that's what managers get upset with is it's such every single point is going to be so important for the bottom sides as well. And when decisions start going against you as well, I mean it's really heartbreaking. And look, we talk about the top, but the bottom's going to be really interesting. The only reason Spurs got away with it yesterday because Forest lost and so did West Ham the weekend.
I know, Olivia this morning, how are you?
Yeah, I've been better, Ali. I've been better.
Played all right though, mate. No,
yeah, I know, and but I think that's the most frustrating thing is that I feel like I'd rather have got battered if we were going to lose. Like the fact that we've actually played well, deserve something from the game, to lose in that way, it's just so frustrating.
Massive game in the week. Villa away.
Well, both teams have been so poor.
Yeah,
I know.
So it's like, but I don't expect Villa to be as bad as they were against Wolves.
What about the discipline? What about another red card?
Do you know what it is, Ali? Actually, I had a really good caller on early breakfast this morning, and it's not even. I don't put it down to inexperience, because I think Pedro Neto and Wesley Fofana are two very experienced players. What I put it down to is. Yeah, okay, it's a stupid decision making that tackle on a yellow card, but the first one's so unnecessary. It's dissent.
Yeah.
We get so many yellow cards for dissent, and
there's no excuse for that.
It's so frustrating because it's like then you've put yourself in a position. Pedro Neto felt like he had to make the tackle because Martinelli was running through, but the first yellow card is what frustrated me the most.
Yes,
I
totally agree with you. I mean, there's no excuse for dissent.
Correct,
no,
mate.
none. It's so avoidable.
Well, that's when you get fined.
Yeah.
You should get fined for that.
Yeah.
Because when you're going in for a tackle, look, people go in late and miss time sometimes. Yeah. And it's genuinely you going for the ball, but there's no... When you throw the ball away, kick the ball away, whatever it is you're going to do, arguing with the ref, there's no excuse for that.
No, there's not. And
you're totally right, because you can't change a decision. So what's the point of throwing the ball away and kicking the ball and getting a yellow card and put yourself under pressure? So make another tackle.
Managers and yeah,
absolutely.
No doubt about
it. We're going to start with Arsenal. Set Piece FC, not back pages, on one of the back pages of the Telegraph. Jason Burt, Set Piece FC get over the line again, but they're proving a hard watch. But what? Obviously a frustrating watching the game yesterday, knowing how dangerous Arsenal are from set pieces, and the fact that Chelsea actually put 3 players at the Emirates up on the halfway line in the second leg of the League Cup, and it actually nullified Arsenal's threat completely. Didn't do that, and look what happened. But as an Arsenal fan, like Ray, you don't care, do you?
I tell you
Get
what,
over the line.
If you pick up that trophy at the end of the season and you celebrate with the fans, you don't look back and say, "Oh yeah, we was a bit lucky." Set pieces.
You don't.
Chelsea, another couple of set pieces. It doesn't matter how you get the win. It's all about the 3 points at the end of the day. And as I said before to Ali earlier, I mean, George Graham, we worked so hard on the training field with set plays. And going back to the 90s, it was they won most games 1-0 through a set play. And they won't end up winning the league in 91. So there's nothing wrong with set plays. People got to work on it.
Yeah,
they've got set piece coaches now, haven't you?
I was going to say, everyone's got the same opportunity. So I thought Chelsea looked really dangerous from set pieces yesterday. Probably the most dangerous we've looked all season, because Reece James puts a brilliant ball into the box. We were talking about this in early breakfast, what you said, Ray, about who takes England's set pieces, because Reece James is likely to start as England's right back if he's fit, which he has been for a year and a half now. Declan Rice takes an unbelievable one as well. Who do you reckon?
Take turns.
It's a nice wee problem to have, isn't it?
Exactly.
I tell you, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. Probably Reece James.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Go on, Ali.
I don't know, though.
No, it's hard.
I mean, somebody would be quick to remind me Declan took a couple of reasonable ones against Real Madrid or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the free kicks, unbelievable.
So it's a nice problem to have, to be brutally honest with you.
Obviously, set pieces won the game yesterday. All 3 of them were scored from corners. But on the back page of the Star, Art Stopper, Raya's heroics helped Mikel survive, and that was pretty much, Ali. Do you think that the difference between the two sides yesterday was who was in goal?
It was different class, let's be honest about it. And Ray and I were talking about it earlier this morning, Olivia. A lot of people, myself included, were kind of raising eyebrows when Mikel Arteta signed him, because I thought Ramsdale was doing a pretty good job, and I thought it was a little bit harsh, However, he stuck by his decision, and boy, at this moment in time, does it look as if he's made a good decision, because I thought he was, I thought he was superb yesterday. Some great saves, even the one, when it's kind of late on, and he's waiting to see if MD gets a touch from the free kick, because his goalkeeping's really good there. Some goalkeepers will go early, he didn't, waited. I just thought he was top class,
Yeah, definitely.
And also there was a lot of, goings on in the box yesterday. What did you make of the Declan Rice? This has no impact on the game, really, because obviously Chelsea scored from the resulting corner. Did you think the Declan Rice one was a penalty?
Again, we go back to inconsistencies, don't we? That's the problem people have. Sometimes it's given, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
And it's down to the ref on the day, or whoever's in the VAR truck, as they say. Not the truck, but in the who's watching the game back in Stockley Park. So... again, it's 50-50, that one for me. Sometimes it would have been. Look, he's gone up. When he hit his elbow.
Yeah, well, it's either because when I was in the ground.
Did you see the grappling from?
It's ridiculous.
Both sets of players. How do you give? Who do you give it to?
When people, Chelsea were doing it to Arsenal were doing it to Chelsea. That one, I just feel like Hato can't jump for the ball because Declan Rice is holding him down. And then he brings his arm sort of up towards the ball, which I thought maybe was...
But when you jump,
it doesn't.
You can't have your arms down your side jumping. You have to jump up with a bit of leverage and jump like that.
But do you not think the fact that he's holding Hato down could have been given? Because Hato can't do anything because Declan Rice is all over.
Yeah, but that happens all the time, Olivia. You'd be getting penalties every, like 2 or 3 a game if you're going to do that. I mean, again, some refs maybe would have give it, but I don't know what they do about that, Ali. But I know, the grappling and
do you know what I think they're going to have to probably do? They're going to have to probably issue a warning, the referees, right now, that they're going to clamp down on it, and then start making decisions. Anyway, we've got a quick caller we're going to take. Louis on the line there. He's dialed 03717223344. And Louis is an Arsenal fan. Good morning, Louis. I'll bet you're happy this morning, mate.
Good morning, Louis.
Mate. I'm living the dream. On the M3 as well. Listen, gents, great show. Keeps a smile on my face at this time of the morning. Good stuff. Keep up
good
the
man.
Work. Just a couple of things. The first one's a bit of humour, actually, because I know I'm going to be slaughtered by the Arsenal, but I actually don't think that Tottenham should go down. I really don't.
What's your reason for that? You enjoy the derby?
Well,
easy 3 points.
No, what it means. what it means is it actually guarantees us 6 points next year.
It guarantees everyone 6 points next year.
But more importantly, right, this is something that really gets up my goat. Why do people keep talking about Arsenal scoring set pieces? Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Let's go through the step by step.
Mm-hmm.
To win games, you score goals, right?
Yes.
It's as simple as that, right?
Yes.
If the goal is scored, then it's valid. What difference does it make how you score the goal? Are we saying now that, that in order to actually win a game, you have to score a certain type of goal
Correct.
to be successful? That's just my view. It gets
Louis, mate, you're 100% correct, mate. Whether it's a long throw, a free kick, a set play into the box, as long as you're keeping it within the laws of the game, then it doesn't matter. So you're absolutely spot on. And it just so happens you've got a team that are brilliant at set plays, so I don't have a problem with it at all, mate. None.
Well, it's actually, the thing is, it's actually Arsenal's strength, and it's up to the opposition to deal with it. It's simple as that.